Welcome viewers to another fabulous episode of Unapologetically Free. Now today we are going to talk about no fap. Does it work or is it just a myth? Now this question was asked in the previous video by Emmy50. So here's the answer. Before I go on to the answer, I want to talk about firstly, what do you mean by working? Okay? In my interpretation of the question, I think what you mean by working is the receiving of the benefits that comes from no fap. Okay? So with that in mind, I'll go on to share about how no fap works for me and how it is definitely not a myth. Now, first thing I experienced, for example, just early this night, I experienced great joy when I just simply put on my earpiece and listen to a Cantonese song. And when I was listening to the melodies of that song, I just felt this joy well up in me. And this is something that I have not experienced when I was not in no fap. Because if you understand the science behind no fap, what it does is the amount of stimulus that is required to excite your brain has reduced because you no longer subject yourself to daily masturbation and daily orgasms in that sense from pornography. And because of that, things of lower stimulus such as looking at the sunrise and listening to music, it has become so much more enjoyable for me now compared to a 5 seconds of unsatisfactory orgasm. So that's a huge one and definitely is a benefit that will happen to you as your brain continues to heal. The second thing that I think caused me to improve is this idea of a deeper voice. It's self-explanatory. I just have a deeper voice 1 week to 2 weeks after going to no fap, and a deeper voice for men, okay? It's just all around better. You're more authoritative, you sound more firm, people listen to you better. Enough said. Third, I experienced this what I can explain as a sun in the chest. Okay, when you feel emo, depressed and anxious, what happens most of the time is you feel this sense of emptiness in this chest area. And after going on no fap for, let's say now it's day 58, there's this constant sun in the chest, this physical energy that just radiates. Wonderful. And the next improvement that I got is greatly improved eye contact. I can just look at people in the eyes and just talk and just receive and just communicate better and better as the days progress. Another side benefit is in conversations, I tend to flow so much better because I give less of a hoot about what people think. I'm able to just share and speak my mind. So people actually think I'm funnier and I am wittier during this no fap period. Another benefit is that you of course gain more energy. And the last thing that I want to talk about is you get more time. Now for people out there who do not believe in the benefits, okay, the physical benefits, the mental benefits, even if the only benefit is this, which is ism, it is still well worth stopping your pornographic addiction. And the last benefit is this, more time. Now, based on my own experience and reading on forums and Reddits on other people's experience, on average, people can spend an hour or two or even more on fapping every single day. And this would translate to perhaps 5 to 10 years of your entire life just sitting in front of a computer and jerking it off. How stupid is that? How stupid is that? You don't have to be a scientist to know that when you are fapping, you can't be doing something else that is productive. So if you do spend 1 hour or up to 2 hours every single day fapping, you can try and convince yourself that this thing doesn't work and make you feel better as you fap, but I tell you, you are simply still wasting your time even if there are no benefits. But in my experience and in the experience of so many men out there are very real benefits, and in fact, many of them are scientific. And definitely, this no fap is a life changer, and I'm looking forward to sharing the growth that I have as the days go by. I'm only on day 58 right now on hard mode. Hard mode basically means I don't even browse suggestive videos, and I just do all productive stuff. I study, I do my work, and that's all. The last thing I want to share about in this video is possible reasons why it doesn't work for some people. Okay, for you no fappers out there that may know or not, there is this idea of categorizing the type of no fap challenge you are on. And the most common one is this: no PMO. No porn, no masturbation, and no orgasm. Okay? From what people hear about just simply about no fap, some people think it's okay to still watch pornography as long as you do not fap. Now, in one of my previous videos, which I will post in the description box below, I talk about how there's a difference between semen retention as well as your brain healing. Okay? No pornography is to heal your brain, because it is so used to being stimulated by pornography that it can no longer be stimulated by real women, by things like listening to music, by things like looking at the sunrise, enjoying a bike ride, going for hiking. All these things become so numb to your brain because you are so used to this super high level, super high intensity stimulus, which is pornography. And your brain just goes numb to the so-called more boring things, or to you boring things. So no PMO is the way to go. You will be lying to yourself if you still browse suggestive images, if you still stroke your dick but don't reach orgasm. That just doesn't work, guys. It doesn't work. My 5 years of NoFap experience, it doesn't work. The only way of NoFap that works is if you stop entirely, and the only orgasm you have is when you are doing it with someone who's a real human being. Okay? I hope this video has helped you. If there's any questions that you have, leave it in the comment section below, and I may answer them or even post a new video on it. Till then, like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you again.